Welcome back to the story of the 5'8" hooper out of Washington named Kenny Richman. As you know, last video, we introduced him and his teammate, Corey Vincent. And today, we're going to get into his first NCAA game against the Oregon Ducks. So, let's get into it. Now, Kenny started off this game really rough. A block to start. And then on top of that, missing an open layup. Come on, man. You got to do better. And then, Kenny had their point guard on some skates. But besides the hesitation, this play, absolutely clean. It's his first time starting since 8th grade, and that's the first good offensive play this man produces. You bet your ass that shit was going on ESPN. Come on, bro. Then, the man got his revenge. Got my boy Kenny looking lost on his bucket. And then, some really good plays started happening for Miami. And this upset was looking more likely than ever. Kenny was hitting his threes. The team was playing defense. But Oregon's going to hoop. So they was going to make their buckets anyways. And because of those buckets, it was 42-41 at halftime. Thanks to Vincent getting this block and this absolute poster, man. Look at him fly. We already told you he's a prodigy. And what happens when you put two prodigies together? You get this. We already told you. Best chemistry on the team. The only reason why he's not starting is because his chemistry with his teammates. So hopefully he can get that checked out. With Corey's athleticism and scoring off the bench, mixed in with Kenny's playmaking and the rest of the team doing their part, they was up 90-93. And it was looking real good for Miami. They really had a chance to win it. And with the game on the line, the 4-star shooting guard Bell hit the shot. This game was going into OT. OT started off crazy for Miami. They was getting lobs. They was getting buckets. Kenny himself even had another ankle breaker and got the 3-point shot to go in. Now, unfortunately, Oregon kept up, and Kenny, with 40 seconds left, lost the ball, and Jennings would go to the free throw line to potentially end the game. Fortunately, Jennings missed one of the free throws, and with this pass led to a bucket, 7 seconds left, Miami had tied up the game. Kenny would get lost on defense though. Jennings, the open three to win the game, he'd miss. That means this game would go into double OT. And despite Kenny popping off in the second overtime, it really wasn't that much compared to what Russell was doing. He was hooping. He was outclassing Kenny on everything. Kenny had a couple buckets, couple passes here and there, but Russell, he was doing it all. He even got the game-winning free throws. And that would lead Miami to their first loss on the season, 0-1. Kenny had put up 31 points, 8 assists, and 2 rebounds. They would then go on to lose to Michigan State by 20 points. Kenny Richman only put up 9 and 5 in this game, with Corey only putting up 8. Man, it was looking rough. Even the shooting splits wasn't all that. Luckily, though, Corey and Kenny would heat up in the next game against Texas and get their first win on the season, 86-62. They're now 1-2. Kenny would put up 16 points, 5 assists, while Corey put up 14 points and 2 assists. They then go on to lose against FSU, but then beat Auburn and Kentucky. And those two schools were contenders. Even though they lost to USC, they still ended the month with a 4-3 record. Albeit not a good record, but at least they're positive, especially with this bad of a team. At the end of December, Kenny Richman was averaging 8 points per game, 4 assists per game, and 1.4 steals per game, while shooting 40% from the field and 40% from the 3-point line. Not bad stats if you ask me, especially for a freshman. And this is where I'm going to end the video. In the next episode, we'll be finishing off his freshman season and seeing how him and Corey progressed. And who knows, the team might not stay intact after this season because some people got some problems. Anyways, definitely like, subscribe, comment what you think's gonna happen next. And if you feel inclined to, follow my Insta and TikTok. It really helps a lot. I'm done yapping for now, so I'll see y'all in the next episode. Peace.